Hi, it's me again. And do you remember the BBC saying that they're not going to hound pensioners? They're not going to actively chase pensioners and get them into trouble over non-payment of the TV licence, which shouldn't be anything that would get you into trouble anyway. Well, I told you that the bad PR would come, didn't I? I said it's a matter of time until there's some bad PR. And one has emerged. I found it on TV Licence Resistance Forum. They posted the story. Have a look at this with me, because if you like being angry, this is going to make you proper angry. Have a look at this. When Jean Salt, a retired piano teacher, fell ill last summer, she got behind on paying her BBC television licence. Salt, 72, spent several months in and out of hospital and was diagnosed with a mid-ear infection and labyrinthitis, fainting and vomiting. She missed her online payments. She then received a warning letter from Capita via the BBC, which manages BBC TV licensing on behalf of the BBC, and was prosecuted, despite informing enforcement officers that she was unwell. In January, she was convicted in her absence and fined £604, including a £44 victim surcharge. Well, obviously we don't know the full ins and outs of everything there, but if she stopped paying for the TV licence, if payment just lapsed, you'll start getting the threatening letters saying this house is unlicensed, blah, 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 which you can just ignore. You can just ignore that. That's a perfectly valid way of cancelling your TV licence, is just stop paying for it and just let them send you the letters. You can laugh at them a little bit and throw them in the bin. So that's not what got her into trouble. So she must have contacted them or been doorstepped by them and said, I have been watching, but I haven't been in, I've been poorly, whatever, I haven't got around to paying it. And, admitted she'd watched telly, something like that. That really is the only way she could have got into trouble. And that makes me so sad, because if she'd just ignored them and got on with feeling better and ignored all their correspondence, ignored them when they knock on the door, she wouldn't be in this situation. Now we've got a retired woman who has been quite poorly and has now been dragged through the court and got into trouble for something that she shouldn't have got into trouble for. It's bloody shocking, isn't it? And this is it's the reason to fight it, isn't it? It's the reason to have a real problem with TV licensing. If you stop paying your Netflix subscription because you're poorly and the direct debit bounces, or you just stop paying it, whatever, what would happen? You would lose access to that service. You don't get this. This is just wrong, and it makes me sad, and it makes me really angry. It makes me really angry. It just does. It's not just pensioners who are threatened by enforcement officers. I like the brackets sales. I don't know if the TV licence resistance people added that or if that's a straight copy and paste. I think this was in the Times or something. But sales, they are sales officers. And then dragged in front of magistrates to be fined for non-payment of the annual £159 fee. In 2020, 52,376 people were convicted of TV licence evasion. So again, it's worth putting that into context, right? 52,376 people were convicted of TV licence fee evasion. Why? Why? Or how is the bigger question. And there is only one way, and it's admitting you were watching television without a licence. Either if they call you up, or if you contact them because you're getting the scary red letters, or more than likely, it's one of the TV licence enforcement officers, door-to-door salesmen, that knock on the door. That's where this trouble comes from. They're very good at their job, and they know the longer they can keep you talking, the more chance you've got of stitching yourself up, even if you know their game. This is what they do day in, day out, and they earn commission for doing it. So they're incentivised to get good at it, right? That's what commission does. So 52,376 people were probably doorstepped, or a good majority of them, probably doorstepped by one of the goons who stitched them up or asked to come in or did something. This is why everybody who's fighting the TV licence says the same thing. Don't talk to them. They're not police, they're not bailiffs, they don't have any powers. All you got to do is say, no thank you, and close the door. They can't do anything. You won't go to court for that. They've got no evidence. They can't do a thing. They'll go and find some easier prey. I would imagine it's a vast majority of that 52,000 were doorstepped. And that's how they got into the trouble they got into. Now, I never condone watching television without a television licence, or stuff you shouldn't be watching. Because without one, you can't watch or record anything that's being broadcast or use iPlayer. But, ITV, Hub, All 4, Now TV, Disney+, Netflix, all that is all fair game without a telly licence. But you shouldn't be watching anything you shouldn't. But the only way they would know is if you tell them when you get doorstepped or if you phone them. There is no other way they could know. So that 52,000 people could have been 0 people as long as they didn't talk to TV licensing. That's how they were caught. It makes you so sad, doesn't it? How many of those were good people? You know, not all good people, obviously, because loads of people are gits, aren't they? But doesn't it make you sad? How many of them were people's nans? You know, people struggling, single parent, sister or brother that are really struggling because of the cost of living and everything at the minute, or in 2020 when there was no work or whatever. Ah, God, it's sad. It is sad. Salt had decided not to defend her case in court. She needs a wheelchair to leave the house. Now, instead, she is currently paying off the fine out of her pension credit, which is quite painful because money is very tight. Salt lives alone in Undy in southwest Wales, is very frugal, allowing herself only one luxury: cigarettes. It did surprise me it went to court, she said. I got very depressed. I stopped even opening the envelopes because I was feeling sorry for myself. I was terrified I would have a police record. Do you know what? I'm not going to keep going on because I'm just going to start repeating myself, but it is sad and it is wrong. And the only way you can get caught is by admitting you've done something you shouldn't be doing. And even people who are playing a straight game, they just get stitched up. There's so many stories of these TV licensing goons stitching people up. And that's what commission does. It incentivises you to do what you've got to do to earn your money, doesn't it? It just does. So it's sad, really, and we need to do something about this. We need to educate as many people as we can to not talk to these people in any way, shape or form. Don't sign anything they give you to sign. Do not talk to them in any way, and never, ever let them into your property. That's what we need to educate people to do. If you want to read this whole article, I'll put a link below. I always put a link below in the description anyway. Have a look and read it all for yourself if you want to be depressed and angry. So what do you think about this then? Let me know in the comments below. It's just wrong. It's just wrong, isn't it? And if you do click the link below, as I said, I always put the link below, it will take you to TV License Resistance website. They have a forum on there. Have a look through the forum and register for the forum as well, because they are very good. And they're a lot better at all the legal stuff and all the legal questions than I am. They just are. They know more than me. Their collective knowledge is way more than my little bit of knowledge. So it's worth registering with them as well. If you've got any serious legal questions, they'll help you out. They'll help you out with all that. But let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Don't cost anything. Helps the channel to grow and keeps you up to date with all the videos as well. So please consider doing that. And I'll see you in another video again soon. Thanks for watching.